want change who turn revolutions violent, right? Nigerians are not as cowardly as you thought. In fact, what happened during the occupied Nigeria was that Jonathan and his cabal were shocked that 2 million Nigerians can come out in one day and oppose the government. It did not happen before. That's why I'm saying this is a rehearsal. A real show will still come. Let me tell you one thing, last thing. Gaddafi died thinking that the people of Libya can never come out and confront even his children, talk less of him. You know, one of the things his driver said was that the moment, the point at which, and we can debate the NATO dimension later, the point at which Gaddafi knew it was over was when they were holed up and they were looking for water. And they couldn't find water to drink. Nobody could give him water to drink. And he turned to that, his driver, and said, oh, it's probably over, you know. But that was the last point. But until then, you saw Gaddafi, you know, flowery, my people can't do anything to me, they're rats, 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 and the rats killed him in a rat hole, you know. So this is what will happen in Nigeria. People will be in denial, Nigerians are cowards. One day the Nigerian people will rise up and finish off this revolution we are talking about that we've already started. I don't know when it may not even happen in our lifetime, but it's building. The other option is a civil, that country is armed to the teeth. It's just waiting for a spark and a civil war will happen. And then by that time, you come and tell me where Liberia is. When people arrive from Nigeria to Liberia, no Liberians can wait.
It's not funny. It will be our last question because we're really over time. Okay, right.
Mine is it's a comment section question. Mr. Sawyer over here keeps saying that we're in rehearsal mode, right?
Yes.
So there's something else that is coming for the future. And I just wanted to say, as Nigerians, rather than saying that Nigerian people are cowards, which doesn't get you anywhere, or saying that Nigerians don't want to be part of Nigeria, which also doesn't get you anywhere, how do you plan for the show? As someone who knows that there's some show coming, you want it to be peaceful. How do you engage the people in a peaceful manner? People think that revolution is violent. Revolution is change. Yeah. Change can be how Osa said it. Change can be how you said it. I think it's easy for us I come from Ghana, who haven't experienced war, to say that we want a fight. We're not ready for Nigeria you guys to fight each other to pieces, because I don't want you guys in my country. Okay? So how can you... You're already there. I don't want more. So my question to you is practical solutions to engage the people such that the show goes the way that you want. Let's not spend time saying things that are not going to help the situation.
So let's just can we take just 30 seconds from each person on your response to that, and then we will have to end unfortunately. Okay, so go ahead,
I actually agree. I do think that we need to get organized somehow. And I actually believe a lot of that is going to have to come from our generation and people who actually feel as strongly, you know, as my co-panelists here. People need to take a stand. People need to start to engage and decide what they're, what do you want to accomplish, and who are you going to be engaging to accomplish this, and how? Like, have a strategy, have a plan, have some kind of, agenda, something. But it's not one of those things where it's like everybody just shows up and then, some military police show up and then everybody goes, oh, I guess we're just going to go home now. I think there has to be something very well thought out on ground. What that is going to look like, I have no idea. But it has to start with us. That's what I believe.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Next 30 seconds.
I think Nigeria is a fraud. I think it's not going anywhere. I think that people should be allowed to choose where they want to be, either to be in the part of Nigeria or not. The Boko Haram say they want Islamic State, allow them to have the Islamic State. You can't force them to be with you. The Igbos want Biafra, let them have their Biafra.
Do the Igbos
let me finish? This is my 30 minutes. The Yorubas want to do a state. They should have their dual state. We should then have peaceful border. Let me finish. And once that is done, we could be able to have a revolution within our regions. And then place whoever is the criminal within our regions. If you hope for an entire Nigeria to rise up, it's a total fallacy. It won't happen.
Okay, Carl's perspective. Thank you.
Well, I've been very, very clear about this, that, in fact, my perception about the revolution is not only limited to Nigeria, it should expand to places like Uganda, Zimbabwe, and other countries in Africa that is under the yoke of oppression right now. You know, I spoke somewhere in New York here, and it was before Occupy Wall Street, and I said to the crowd there, about 800 people, I said, well, you love revolution outside, how about the revolution in the US too? Because you need a revolution here. And we've seen Occupy Wall Street. That's also not the revolution that America should have. But the point I'm making is that for the black man to have dignity, either in Nigeria, in Ghana, or Senegal, I mean, there's an uprising now in Dakar, and everybody almost speaks Wolof there. All of these are political oppression, the economic oppression that are getting people angry. And I'm saying that it doesn't matter whether you are Igbo, Yoruba, or Hausa, or Iu in Ghana. The color and the pain and pang of hunger is the same. When you are hungry, you are hungry. And for us to have an Africa that is respected, to have in Nigeria where Igbos, Yorubas, and Hausa, anybody, we have a place, we must fight those people who are holding the country to ransom. And if you look across the country, there are Igbos involved, Yorubas involved, people from the Niger Delta, there are Fulanis, Kanuris, everybody, there's a criminal cabal. When their own religion is greed and avarice, their tribe is money. They don't care. They don't care about where you go. It's when they start pushing themselves out of the sphere of influence that they remember that they are from Yoruba, and then they'll cry back to their people and say, they are kicking me out because I'm Yoruba. It's a lie. In their meetings, they don't speak Yoruba, they speak bling bling. That's Nigeria for you.
Thank you.
What I'm just going to say is that having lived all my life in Nigeria, I'm proudly Nigerian, and I'm optimistic about Nigeria. I do not want war. I really want change, but I do not want revolution in a way that is divisive and that is violent. So I'm going to keep working in my little space to inspire people, to sue for peace, to sue for change, to sue for better delivering governance, and I hope that the other panelists will join me and every other Nigerian will join me.
So maybe in you're all different ways, we'll all work to a stage in Nigeria. Thank you so much.